Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. This is A Life Well Spent. My name is Kelly, and on this channel, I'm documenting my financial journey. Today is Tuesday, October 29th, which means it's time for a Transfer Tuesday. Now, if you are new to a Transfer Tuesday, I got this idea from Layla at Dead Over It. I don't actually know her, just watch her videos. Um, I don't know if it originated with her or not, but the idea behind a Transfer Tuesday or a transfer any day really is to move your money in the direction that you want it to go. So if you have a savings goal, you're putting money into savings. If you have a debt payoff goal, you're maybe making an extra payment. Um, and it can be something as little as $5 or $10 or a huge transfer of like $1,000. So it just kind of depends on like what your goals are and where you are in the week. Now, I tend to do larger ones at the beginning of the month because I start, if you've seen my budget videos, you know this, I start my month with a month's worth of income. Like my zero is a month's worth of income. So I know that like the money's always there and I don't have to really keep checking my account to make sure that like, oh, can I pay this bill before my money, clears from my paycheck? Like I just can't be bothered to do that. So before I like move it to other places, because I start with that month, I can in the first week pay all my bills, put any money into investing that I want to be doing consistently, and then throughout the rest of the month, essentially I kind of gauge like what other purchases I think I'm going to be making, and what money I'm going to be spending. So like I know that I'm going to go to the grocery store and I know I spend about X amount. If I know that I'm going to need to fill up my tank at least once, then I kind of gauge that and sort of see how much money I have left, and go, yeah, I'm gonna have like an extra $200 still. So I'll move $200 somewhere. Is kind of how I do it. And sometimes that doesn't always happen. Sometimes I'm spending a lot because it's just a heavy spend month. And so I might get to the point where I'm like, I think I need to wait till I get closer to the month. At the end of the month, which now it's October 29th, so we're at the end of the month, I always make a bigger transfer of some kind at the end of the month because since I start with a month's worth of income, whenever I get to the end of the month, I'm always able to much more accurately calculate um, how much money I can transfer over. And then at that point, I look at, if I've got $4,500 in my bank account and my start amount is like 3780, something like that. So then I'll just subtract that amount and be like, okay, well, I know that that's where I need to be. Um, that's one of my alarms because I'm doing this before I go to work so I can get it out. Um, anyway, so at the end of the month, I almost always have, well, I will have a transfer of some kind, I guess. Either I've overspent and I've got to, pull a little bit from savings, or what is usually the case is I'm under budget and I got to move money to my at present emergency fund. That is my goal. I've met all of my other financial goals so far this year. So my goal is to put that money into my emergency fund. My next goal for next year is going to be to save up for a car. I love my car. I'll drive it into the ground. I'd drive it a lot longer if I actually had like tools and skills and knowledge for mechanical stuff, but it's going to get to the point where like only a professional can fix it for like way more money than it is worth. So I know also that like if something happens to my car and insurance is like, we're gonna total this. Like I live in deer country. We have suicidal deer every fall, um, and every spring. So it always remains possible that I end up hitting a deer and it crumbles my car in a way that like the insurance company just isn't going to pay to replace, or repair it. And you know, I just that reality is always out there, and I don't want to get stuck with like this massive car payment because even to get a car that's like 5 years old anymore, it's like 20 grand still. Like the used car prices are still insane. And not that I wanna buy a new car, but, like, to spend $20,000 on a car that's 5 years old, that's like a Subaru, like, I'm not looking for anything fancy. Um, it's just insane to me. And at that point, like, spend $20,000 on a 5-year-old car or $25,000 on a brand new car, like, you might as well just buy a new car, even though I really hate new cars. But anyway, I need the savings, so that will be next year's, like, goal, assuming that I actually reach my emergency fund goal this year, which was a stretch goal in the first place, but I think I might be able to get there. I think I might. I think I might do it. That's exciting. But then once the car goal is taken care of, then basically what I'll be doing is any extra money I'm getting is gonna get dumped into the stock market. Just, kind of for more and more investing for the future. So, with that in mind, the only transfer I have made this month or this week, today, just this morning, was $1,000 to my emergency fund. So I'm pretty excited. My emergency fund now is about 18,500. Like there's, some dollars and cents in there additionally, but it's at least 18.5. I'm really excited because my goal was to do 20,000 this year. And I think I should be able to get there because November is a 3-pay month for me. So a whole extra paycheck coming in. Um, but it is Christmas and stuff like that, so I'm gonna try to kinda rein the spending in, but we'll see. I don't usually go too crazy. I pretty much just, like my mom and I are taking a trip, and we kinda decided that, like, our Christmas gifts to one another would be this trip. Um, and yeah, still gonna get her something, I just don't know what. And I pretty much just buy for my mother and my niece. I don't know what I'm gonna get my niece. I have an idea of what I wanna get, but, really trying to stop shopping at Amazon. So, yeah, I'm not entirely sure there what I'm gonna do. We'll see. I've gotta be able to find what else I was gonna send her. I figure, like, I must be able to get it from, like, the original seller or something, so it's gonna probably cost me a little bit more, but I think I would rather that. It's so frustrating because I hate Amazon. I hate the fact that people like Bezos and Elon Musk have so much, like, concentrated wealth, and exploiting other people to get it. And one of the things that they do, it's like a double-edged sword because on the one hand, Amazon takes a cut and that sucks, but it does give smaller businesses a chance to kind of widen their audience or their, consumer base. But I don't want to give Bezos the cut of anything. So that's frustrating. But we'll see. Hopefully I can find I'm sending her a little like advent calendar um with like all these science experiments and I think she'll have fun fun with that. But I got to be able to find it someplace other than Amazon. Hopefully, I will be able to find it someplace other than Amazon. So I will be making that purchase probably within a couple of days. I think I'm going to try to wait till at least November 1st to do that. And then I'm gonna make her a picture album of she came and visited us and spent like 2 weeks with us over the summer. So I'm gonna make a little like picture album on like Shutterfly or something for her. And then her family is supposed to be going to Disney. And I know that they had postponed the trip once already. Or her mother had said something about having to postpone the trip. And I think it was the past. Like I think they were supposed to go this year, but, like, last year at some point, they bumped the trip to next year, something like that. Um, so I'm hoping it was that and not, like, they've bumped it again because I don't quite know how to do this. Like, I wanna get her, like, little Disney gift cards that, like, she can go and buy stuff when she's there, but she's, like, 10, so ten-year-olds don't keep track of anything. So I don't know what to do other than maybe, like, to just set the money aside and say, like, "Okay, well, we're gonna here's $100. and then, a little bit more, maybe another 100 for her birthday, and then maybe another 100 for next Christmas, and just, like, put it all in one card and be like, "Here is it. Here it all is, honey," or I don't know. I don't know what the best thing is to do because A, I don't want her to lose it, but B, um, I want her to be able to spend it and use it, but I don't wanna put it on a Disney gift card if they end up having to cancel the trip entirely, so I don't know what's going on there. We'll see. I have to talk to her mother and find out, but, yeah, who knows? Anyway, this is longer than it needs to be, as of right now, so cheers. What have you done this week to move your money in the right direction? Leave a comment down below, let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.